Origami is one thing which is great because you don't have a deadline really. You don't have to make a space shuttle launch in 3 years. You don't have to build a car. It's just kind of your own schedule. I had been competing in the MIT origami competition, and this was kind of like one of my dream goals, was to make the MIT logo in origami. It starts from a roughly 3 by 3 foot square of paper. This is Japanese kozo, which is mulberry paper. It comes from mulberry bark. It's very thin and very strong. This probably took like 25 to 30 hours over the course of a week.
We don't necessarily like cutting because it takes away kind of properties of the paper. If we were to add supports or glue or something like that, that's not cheating those mathematics, that's being implemented in your final artistic representation of the work. Here are going to be our head and our tail, our wings, and notice that we have these 4 smaller flaps, and those are going to be the legs for the model. It's usually a step at which you go through as an origami designer. You try to make an insect and try to usually make one better than the next guy, right? The reason you do that is it's a technically complex thing, and so you prove that you can get over that hurdle of doing something very complex. You look at those rats, and a lot of their essence comes because they've been shaped into a fairly expressive way. This work is elegant in another way of kind of being completely represented by its geometric structure and not really having to deviate much from that structure to capture the animal. This is like perfectly representing the facial expression of Tim the Beaver. So
it's sort of leisure, but it's also has a goal that you orient towards. I'll sleep on it, I'll think about it in the shower, or maybe months will go by and I don't have to think about it. But I think even in the back of my mind something's going on.